Based on the information that you and I spoke about, you're telling me you're looking for something mid-size for yourself, for your kids to ride in. And so based on all that information, the 2018 Camry seems like an excellent option for you. So I went ahead and pulled it up. So I'm going to show it to you. Flip over here a little bit. Now, Shonda, one of the things that people tell us that they really like a lot about this 2018 Camry, one of the modifications that Toyota made is that with the logo on the front of the vehicle, the Toyota logo is on all of them, but on these newer models, the modification is smooth as opposed to protruding. Now the reason why it's smooth is because behind it, we have a sensor. It's the cruise control sensor. So what that means is while you're driving on I-95, you might be going 70, 75 miles an hour. The kids may be playing or fighting in the back. You may get a text message, which we shouldn't be doing while we're driving, but if it does and we take our eyes off the road, and somebody stops in front of us that we didn't know was gonna happen, what this sensor does, it will detect it and it will slow the vehicle down. But one of the real cool upgrades about it is with a typical cruise control, if you slow it down, you have to use the accelerator to get it back up to speed or use the buttons on the steering control. With this, when the sensor detects it and it slows you down, it would automatically speed you back up to your normal pace. Another really cool modification is that the front part of the vehicle has been updated. It's been given a more strong look, much more aggressive. These sensors, these little white sensors you see right here on the front, those are the pedestrian sensors. So in the event somebody's walking across the street and you might have been looking to the right or to the left or looking down, the sensors will pick that up, will alert you, and again, will help the vehicle react so you don't make a mistake and hurt anybody. The lighting on this vehicle, we have the LED lightings on this 2018 Camrys. Now, what the LED lightings allow you to do, it allows you to see further up the road and wider across the road. Now, on the older models, the lighting was much poorer. And you know, this is Brunswick, Georgia. So if you're driving on one of those roads that has horrible lighting, and there's a deer grazing on the side of the road, or there's somebody changing a tire, and you don't see it in enough time, the deer darts out, and bam, potential accident, and hopefully nothing worse. And at the end of the day, Sean, if you're gonna make an investment in a vehicle that you and your family gonna be riding in, you want everybody to make it home in one piece, right? Right, so what these lights do, by giving you better visibility in the distance and wider across the road, if that deer is grazing, or if that person is changing a tire, you should have enough time to be able to react appropriately and be able to avoid any type of collisions. So now let's take a look under the hood, okay? Now, a lot of customers really applaud Toyota because the modifications they made up under the hood has made it a lot more convenient for people who have a DIY mentality, doing it themselves. As you can see, the reservoir containers have been lifted up higher and moved closer to the front. Also, the dipstick has been moved closer to the front. It's even color coded. Now, I don't know if you remember, but once upon a time, if you wanted to check your oil, you'd have to reach all the way over in the back, risk getting your hand cut up and dirty. And if you're gonna be dressed as nice as you are going to your place of business, you wanna stay looking good as you can for as long as you can, right?
Right.
Right, so with everything being elevated, moved close to the front, if you do have to check your oil, you can do so, avoiding having the vehicle touch your body. If you do wanna top off your own fluids, you can. Do you top off your own fluids or do you take it to the shop?
To the shop.
Okay, well, if you want to save a couple of bucks, you could do so, okay? The battery, also easily accessible. If you needed to get a jump, what you can do is you don't need 10-foot long cables. There's some standard cables. Having another vehicle pull up caddy corner or maybe straight ahead, you'll be able to get that jump going on. Also, this insulation that has been installed in these vehicles is for soundproof. It helps you minimize any of the sound coming from the engine so you don't have to hear that in the car while you're riding or listening to some of your favorite music, okay? Also, these vehicles are crumple free, okay? So in the event that you do get into a collision, I mean, it will crumple, okay? But the good thing about it is as it crumples, it actually gets stronger the further back it goes. To keep it makes it much more difficult for anything to fly in there or go through the dash or hurt you and your family. Also, most people believe that in a front end collision, if the vehicle does have the crumple capability, that the engine drops out and falls flat to the ground. It doesn't. What it does, it rolls it back. So it lays it down backwards, again, to keep it from going through that dash and hurting yourself or somebody in your family, as we stated earlier, is extremely important. Here's Sean, over here.
Sure.
Now these come with 17-inch alloy wheels. Those days of having hubcaps are long gone. So you don't have to worry about hitting the curb, one hubcap rolling up the street, and you're riding around with three. You know, your vehicle got the sad face. All of these alloy rims are standard. In the event that you do like chrome or you would like a color that's more coordinated with your style, we do have those options available. This right here, this pearl, this is a very unique color, okay? This is something that is available, but has to be specifically ordered from Toyota. And as a matter of fact, Toyota spends $1 million an hour on research and development to make sure you and your family, you guys have the best safety features and the most updated technology as possible. And again, being that we are in the day we're in and technology rules the world, having the most updated capabilities on your vehicle so you can get the best use of performance, that's important to you, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, right here, we have our side mirrors. Now, we have return signal lights on the side mirrors. Now, once upon a time, on previous models, where they did not have these turn signal lights, okay, which are nothing more than an additional notification, an indicator. Before they put those on there, if your real turn signal light was out and you didn't know it and you were going to merge to the right or to the left and the person to the right or to the left you didn't know, you go to merge over and bam, a potential accident, if not worse. So what these indicator lights do, they just let the people know to the right or to the left, hey, I'm getting ready to merge, watch out. These side mirrors are also heated. So on those cold Georgia days, or if there's a real foggy day, they will go ahead and defrost it and make it easy for you to be able to see out of them, okay? Now, step on over here. On the inside of the mirror, we have the blind spot indicator. Now again, you know those days where we're riding and we can't see that person in our blind spot. And we go to merge over and we get the death blow, where it's like they're standing on the horn, letting us know to watch out. What this blind spot indicator does, it lets us know if we are going to merge and somebody's in that blind spot indicator will start blinking, okay? And will create a noise to notify us, hey, watch out, somebody's right there. Also, Toyota cares so much that what they did, they made roadside assistance available. You get roadside assistance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. So, do you have roadside assistance through your cell phone company or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay, if you did, you would have been able to cancel that and save some money. But since you don't, guess what? It's just another added bonus for anyone like yourself who talks so highly and how much you care about your children. This means that if you and the kids ever have a flat tire, you run out of gas, you have something going on, you get locked out of the car, utilizing your Toyota Care service, we'll get somebody out there to take care of you guys and get you on your way as quickly as possible, okay? Now, the gas tank, I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't at least show you how to open that. Now, it might seem so basic, but you'd be amazed at how many people have to search like they're digging for gold to find out how it works. So, the good thing about this, the gas tank button is right here next to the left of the steering wheel. You push that, it pops open. Right next to the trunk button. I'm gonna push that while I'm right here. Now, as far as the gas tank, open it up, very simple, twist off cap, boom, and when you put it back on, all you're listening for is the click. Once you hear that click, you know you're good to go. Now, the lighting is also LED lighting, so any event that it is foggy, it makes it that much easier for people to see, hey, I'm getting ready to brake, or I have the hazards on. Now, the trunk space has gotten rave reviews from people because it's much wider and a lot deeper. Now, in previous models of Camrys, the trunk was a lot smaller, so people would complain that they would go big grocery shopping. They could put a lot of the groceries in the trunk, but they'd have to put some in the back seat. And if you put that milk on the back seat and that condensation gets to leaking, the last thing you want is water getting on your seats. If you're gonna be riding around in something like this, you want that leather or that cloth being as fresh and as mildew-free as possible, right?
Right.
Okay, so what this additional trunk space does, it allows you to fit more groceries. You either one of your kids play sports or anything?
Yes.
Okay, what sport they play?
Basketball.
Basketball, well, you could fit several gym bags in case you do like most moms do, where they got to carry their kid, a couple of the friends to practices and the games. You do have that capability. Another really good thing is in the event you ever moving, gonna get a bed for one of the boys, or you just need some extra space because you went real big grocery shopping or Christmas shopping. You pull these levers, and the rear seats, they will lay down completely, okay? So now that gives you even more space. Also, Shonda, if you step over here, right up under here, for one, even though it seems really simple, the fact now that you can lift up to go to your spare and hang that hook up there is just extra convenience. And all of the tools that you need as far as for your flat are located right here, easily accessible. And one of the really good things that Toyota did, if you look right here, Shonda, you have a full-size spare. It is against federal government regulations to have a donut on the front tire. So by having a tire that is the same exact height as the current tires, it keeps you from having to change 2 tires. In the event that you don't want to wait on roadside and you want to knock it out yourself, you can do so. You don't have to worry about riding 30 miles an hour because it's a really small tire. You can maintain speed and keep up with the flow of traffic. So just another way that Toyota really is giving their gratification to their customers. These engineers, they work really, really hard to make sure that they bring you and your family the best updates, upgrades, just everything to make it convenient. I mean, hey, they even adjusted the font on the doggone vehicle to make it that much more classy for somebody like you riding it. As you see right here, you have your camera for your rear dash cam for your backup. If you're getting close to something, it'll start beeping. You'll see the lines. They'll get red if you're getting too close to something, beeping to let you know, hey, watch out. Step on over here for me, Sean. So let's look at the back seat. Now I know you got those boys and they are growing, so you got some time. As you can see, the front seats have been modified where they have the curve, which gives additional knee space. Also, they minimized the wires up under the front seats, more so like airplane seat type elevation, where a person can put their feet up under the front 2 seats much more comfortably. And Toyota has removed the hump in the middle of the 2 seats. So it seats 3 comfortably in the back. Everybody has their own seat belt. You also have 2 cup holders, bottle holders, whatever. So if you ever have little children in the car, babies, or even teenagers, everybody has a place to set their drinks and whatnot. I want to point out something else, so I'll show you here on the front. It'll be a lot better. This stitching here, that is double stitching. Whenever you see double stitching on the interior of a vehicle, that lets you know that that is very high quality. And again, another way that Toyota goes about making sure that their vehicles, it's what makes the vehicles #1 on the road as far as in midsize, okay? Now, the front seating, as you can see, it is a 3-tone seating, and the headrests have been modified, okay? And they're slanted somewhat on a 45-degree angle, and what that does, that gives you better support in the event that there is a rear collision. It minimizes your neck from snapping forward and backwards. I'm not sure if you follow racing at all. Are you familiar with Dale Earnhardt?
Yes.
Okay, well, the accident Dale Earnhardt got into that didn't look like it was that bad, but it was very bad. It killed him. And what it was is the lack of support for his head when it jerked back, snapped his neck when he hit that wall. So with the seatbelt and with this, the headrest being tilted somewhat, you can minimize that completely, okay? Now, Shonda, what I'd like you to do is step on inside here because I'm going to show you some of the controls, and I'm going to go over to the driver's side. Okay. You can start right there.